Today we're in Dubai. What's up guys? Welcome back to Dubai.
This is one of our first few shoots in Dubai.
We want to check out Burj Khalifa. And we were trying to find the entrance. And I'm not joking, we were lost for like 45 minutes. We get to meet amazing people, and I'm sure we get to work with them in the future. Dubai, without a doubt, one of the most fascinating cities in the world, and seeing it in person, experiencing it in person was something I've never done before, and I'm sure in the future we'll do amazing stuff in Dubai. Three years ago, I made my first trip to Dubai. I didn't know what I was getting into. It was clear the city had been growing fast. The hype was there. Everyone was talking about it. So we found a reason to go and packed our bags. Now, 7 trips later, I've gone down the rabbit hole. Dubai's trajectory is unlike any other city on earth right now. The layers of development and progress are staggering. And that's why I wanted to make this video. We're going to explore the Dubai of 2025. And over the course of our 11-day trip here, we gained a new perspective on the city. I'm going to share what I've learned, the insights from the people living and doing business in the city. I still fully haven't wrapped my head around where the UAE is headed. So when you consider the insane scale of Dubai's development, mix that with my obnoxious curiosity, you end up down this rabbit hole. And that's what this video is about. Is Dubai the future? Well, let's find out.
I moved here in 1999, 2000, and we are now in 2025. I almost witnessed everything here.
So when I bought my first piece of land here in Dubai, just over 20 years ago, in this area of Business Bay, this area was just a desert.
We grew up here. Me and my brother, we grew up here. We saw everything here in Dubai. Since I've been here in Dubai, Dubai was always growing, but last few years it has the significant growth, which was unlike anywhere else in the world.
Dubai is two things then. It's yesterday and tomorrow.
Dubai wasn't built on history, it was built on vision. A fishing port, a pearl trade, and a vast empty land of sand. Then in 1966, oil was found. But instead of hoarding that wealth, they built with it. Infrastructure, roads, ports, all opened up. Dubai connected itself to the world. Architectural icons followed one after another. Burj Al Arab, Burj Khalifa, the Museum of the Future, and private developments like Royal Atlantis and many more. Each bolder and more transformative. Today, Dubai stands as a business powerhouse. Finance, trade, tech, all under one skyline. From a quiet desert town to one of the world's most connected, dynamic cities. And still, the future is just getting started. And before we continue, let me just say this. The progress of Dubai genuinely fascinates me. I know people are cynical out there. I mean, I read the comments. Some of you might think that I'm getting paid by the city to make this video, and it is the farthest thing from the truth. We're making this video on our own, with our own resources, no sponsor, because we are just so impressed and intrigued by the city and felt like the story of Dubai is something that people should understand. So with all that said, let's get back to the video.
I want Dubai to become the best place in the world. And when we saw the vision, how to grow and how to improve the city and the country and UAE, me and my brother as well, and we decided, why can't we just push the boundaries?
Or why can't we contribute to that
vision?
Yeah,
why can't we just follow this leading vision, you know?
Our first guides on this journey are Murat and Ridwan, brothers and business partners who founded the Alpago Group in 2005. Their businesses cover commercial and residential real estate, luxury cars, beauty products, and so much more. Alpago represents our deepest connection to Dubai, and in personal terms, Murat and Ridwan have become some of my most sincere friends in the world. I've learned so much from them, their fearlessness, their dedication to their work. They run their companies from executive operations all the way to the construction sites at 3 a.m. They're truly in the trenches of their business, just like us. And that's why I'm so inspired by them. Beyond the relationship, Alpago is a big part of our channel as well. We've toured 7 of their properties and their ultra luxury car dealership, First Motors. Every time we come to Dubai, they're doing something new, bigger, and better. So when we showed up this time, they told us they're now doing their 2 most ambitious and high-risk projects to date. G20, their largest and most complex residential project, and Palm Flower, a residential tower designed by the one and only Forster & Partners, both located on Palm Jumeirah, the crown jewel of Dubai.
Look, if you have a good idea, if you can bring it up, it will work. It will work because there is a potential and there is a demand for it.
I'm gonna step inside. We're gonna have our presentation for both G20 and Palm Flower. This will be one of the many meetings we'll be attending. Let's go.
Particularly, G20 has a sentimental meaning for me, for my brother, and for the team. Because we push the boundaries of luxury in this villa.
So the aerodynamic lines, we will reflect it in a very sleek curves.
Every space is tight. Every hallway has a purpose. We're gonna learn a lot together, but this is really exciting.
Come along, let me show you what Alpago entails.
This is the main floor living room, and that office is gonna be glass enclosed, and it's gonna be floating above the entire living room. That's one thing about Alpago I admire. They always say one thing: give us the best, do the best you can, we want the best of the best. They mean it, even with their structure. G20 is about 60% done. Palm Flower, the foundation is really being laid right now, and I know the impact these projects are gonna make on Dubai, so it's really important for us to be in tune with these projects and really capture the moment. Cody, you recording? Can I give you a soundbite? As they're building the project, they're gonna have 2 cranes. One on this side, one on the other side. They will disregard one crane, build on top of it, put another crane on the other side, and that sequence will continue as they finish the building. I'm moved by the ambition of these 2 projects. We've built our channels showing you all finished products. All you ever get to see is beautiful, completed homes. But we realized what we haven't shown you is the extremely difficult process to develop properties as bold as these. That's why we decided to document these projects and truly bring it to you, so you can see it with your own eyes. I'm going through a lot of emotions right now. Part of me is extremely excited. Part of me got a little scared. I know what it takes to finish this, and it's a lot of hard work. It feels very good to be on ground zero today. I mean, look at the backdrop. So much more to come and so much more to see. And later on this trip, we did a walkthrough of one of Alpago's completed projects, Villa 19, a state-of-the-art villa designed with a contemporary sensibility containing a subterranean garage located on Frangi, the Billionaire's Row on Palm Jumeirah. The challenges and limitations of building on a sand island train are enormous. And the Alpago team held a design competition to see who could make the best and most beautiful use of the land. A Turkish firm won the competition. Emirates Architecture out of Istanbul. This project is absolutely madness, so let's go have a look. We found ourselves back at Palm Jumeirah. Now, property right behind me is Villa 19. This was a home that Alpago Properties developed. We've been wanting to shoot it because it's arguably one of the most, if not the most beautiful home on Frangi, the Billionaire'S Row. It is the best combination of timeless architecture and Dubai extravagance.
Come over here, give me a clap.
The 3-story ceiling here provides so much volume. And then you have true floor-to-ceiling glass wall, bringing the outdoors straight into your property. I feel like the architect, Emma Arolat, truly did a phenomenal job, given the complications to build on Palm Jumeirah, working with the restrictions, and coming up with an envelope that is so unique, different. The architecture of this property from this angle looks incredible. Beautiful, beautiful home. Of course, we're gonna have some amazing cars, and come along. Aperta, back it up here. 12 cylinder, take it up here.
The security is changing at 6, I guess, and they're being super strict with it. You heard?
Great drama. Takes an eye, some time to really, really appreciate these cars. And when you have a garage like this, you just want to showcase them and you want to just look at them. I can stare at that car for hours, literally. Cody, ready? Diego, roll 2 so we can capture the audio. All right, 3, 2, 1. I mean, think about it for a second. This is a flat land, man-made island, and building homes here are not easy. Despite of all these restrictions, someone can design something this exceptional. This is human creativity at its best. Okay, where you want me to park the car? Here? Get out, walk.
And then drive away?
Yeah. Now the front door is locked. Looking at Palm, and this being my 5th trip, I'm seeing a different side of Dubai. I think we're gonna be coming back here more and more often.
Yeah.
Yeah,
There's always unfinished business when it comes to building stuff.
that's right. Look, I think life always gives you signals. I really believe that. And I swear to God, that's how I feel on this trip. Maybe 50 people ask me when I'm moving to Dubai. Somehow, as if they're like, he's looking at it with a different eye.
When are you moving?
I always pride myself for catching on the details. This time I feel like I'm just getting punched in the face. So if life is gonna bring me more Dubai, I'm gonna take it and I'm gonna see what happens after that. Good day. A lot learned, a lot will be learned tomorrow. We'll push forward, we'll produce another amazing video, and hopefully we'll learn a little bit more too. I'm gonna enjoy my last couple of minutes with this car. So I'll see you guys on the other side. Do you remember the first time I was at this office?
First time you were at this office, of course I remember.
Yeah.
I remember the first day we met. That was, I guess, 3 years ago.
3 years later, now we're sitting across from each other doing this.
Gone long way,
Long way.
but it's just the start.
Our next stop has a special place in my heart. Back in 2022, I met Murat and Ridwan for the first time when I visited their car showroom, First Motors. Through that interaction, I decided to do my very first car dealership tour. So it's a key piece in my story. I go to First Motors every time we visit the city, and given my love for sports cars and how cool it is to hang out in this place, it only seemed right to host our first ever Patreon meetup there. So let's head inside and set the stage. All right, everyone, welcome to First Motors. This is a location we stop by every time we come to Dubai for many reasons. Now, I'm a car fan myself, so if you want to see the newest and coolest cars, all you have to do is show up at First Motors. I'm sure they will have it in their inventory. Now, the second reason why we're here is actually really exciting. We see right behind me, we have all these seats because we are holding our Patreon meetup here. And what better way to invite them into the cool places, locations that we shoot or we interact with. And in this case, First Motors is arguably one of the coolest places in the world. There are some cars that I personally really like. A lot of SF90s, but my personal favorite row in the dealership is actually on this side. All these 488s. I would say I would personally take the green, and I just love that it's dark enough that you may confuse it as a black car, but this is actually dark emerald green. Look how beautiful and to the point this interior is. Stunning. We have Arman here shooting some B-rolls. This is actually the newest Lamborghini. And actually, Cody, why don't we get a little peek here? Oh, they have it locked. A lot of Nissan GTRs. I mean, they have 3 on this road, the new one. This is a Maybach S650. Not only is it an S-Class, it's also a convertible. Part of me thinks that this car one day is going to be really, really valuable, and I'm not sure if Mercedes is ever going to make S-Class coupes again. I just love how casually they park some of the cars here. Diablo, Dino, GTO, and Ford GT. Again, arguably one of my favorite hypercars. This place is so cool. I want some of these cars. Now, 2025 is going to be a big year for us. You're going to see a lot of changes when it comes to our content and many different things that we'll be doing this year. And Patreon is one of them. Our chance to meet our fans, our viewers, and bring them into our universe.
Hi, so I'm Sarah Pirzad. I've been here living in Dubai for about 27 years now.
Hi, I'm Shruti. I've lived in Dubai for about 11 years.
My name is Reza. I'm born and raised here in Dubai, originally from Iran. For me, it's like a once in a lifetime opportunity to meet Enes.
It seems like a lot of you guys live here, and Dubai has been a very interesting place for us. I've been coming here a little over 3 years now. Yes, we travel to many locations, but Dubai always stands out. They figured out a different way of life, and it seems to attract more new people than any other location in the world. So that says a lot. The first time we came to Dubai, we were, I want to say, relatively small and relatively amateur, and a lot has changed in the last few years.
What do you think is the main factor why your channel is so successful?
I always look for ways to make things better. And if it's a very progressive business, things are changing so fast. I literally go, what is the next thing in front of me? What do I need to do to learn it? How quickly can I learn it? There's always a way to capitalize on what's happening today in front of you. That's how we approached. And along that way, it took us a little bit to figure out what that positive next direction looks like.
What I love about this event, getting to see how his workflow is, not just him, also his team, to see how they organize the whole thought process from the very beginning to the end line.
It was such a great eye-opener for me. I realized the amount of passion and love that he puts into his work, and I think that takes a lot of devotion, courage. So thank you so much, Enes, for giving me the opportunity to meet you, and I hope I can meet you again and again and again. I wish you all the luck in this world. Thank you so much.
It was really good to meet some of you guys face to face. It's humbling. It's exciting to take this step and give the channel's community a place to physically get together. It's one thing to engage with comments and see all the views on our videos, but talking with all of you in person moves me and helps me understand the value of what we're doing. You might think a Patreon meetup is meant for you, the viewer, but it deeply affects me and my team in the best way possible. So I want to thank all of you that showed up. Dubai is all about the connections you make. In fact, a friend I made along the way told me I should connect with someone he knew who worked in real estate. And a few messages later, I was talking to Jihan, the Executive Director of Marketing and Communications at Omniyat, one of the premier boutique real estate development firms in Dubai.
Hi, my name is Jihan. I'm the Executive Director of Marketing and Communications at Omniyat.
This is what Dubai does. It brings the right people together at the right time. And when it does, things move fast.
I have been in touch with Enes, I could say, last 4 years. And we had an opportunity to work with Enes for one of our masterpiece called the Opus.
I mean, look at this space, the volume, the glass roof, and it's just such a cool feeling to stand right in the center of this lobby.
It was an amazing journey. We will receive an amazing content which will create an impact, not just locally, globally. Thank you.
Thank you.
Now, arriving to Opus is a really special experience. This building is located in the heart of Business Bay, in the middle of hustle and bustle. In fact, let's go inside. This wasn't an easy shoot for us. We spent a couple days here, but beyond that, it's a new type of video for us. The building tour, talking to the chairman, I think this building truly deserves that recognition between Zaha Hadid, Omniyat's commitment, a 10-year journey. Getting the opportunity to tour this iconic property involved a ton of research, and it was eye-opening. Omniyat managed to bring the world-renowned architect Zaha Hadid to Dubai before it was even a destination for experimental architecture. And with this project, they set a new benchmark. The whole story comes down to the effort of Omniyat's founder and executive chairman, Mehdi Amjad.
Dubai was a city of the future, and I wanted an architect that can translate that in a structural form. And I could have not found a better architect than Zaha Hadid. 20 years later, we are sitting here.
Here we are.
And I was right. And I think I am living in a city that encourages me and empowers me to dream higher and bigger. And I think the journey of innovation is a non-stop journey. The day you stop, the day you go behind. Imagine this unique city that just 20 years ago was not even in the map of the architecture, our biggest architectural names in the world. Today is the largest city that sold more than $10 million units, more than double of what New York sold.
Part of me wants to do so much justice to what it took to build Opus and really bring this story to all of you. How big of an impact this building has made in Dubai and how much of an impact it will make in the future too. I can talk all day about Opus, and we literally made a mini documentary about it. It's on our main channel, so make sure to check it out. But the fact that this modern sculptural form was conceived 20 years ago, back when Business Bay was still mostly a desert, is just mind-blowing. Now it's an iconic landmark in the heart of the city, and we got to cover it all, from the lobby all the way to the penthouse.
3, 2, 1.
Small seating area, very intimate. You can see some of the structural elements here, but beyond that, look at our views. The iconic one and only Burj Khalifa is right in front of you. As we were touring this incredible Opus penthouse, I looked out, and right there on the skyline, the Burj Khalifa. No matter how many times you see it, it still takes your breath away. But today is different, because today we're not just looking at it, we're heading there, to the tallest building in the world, and not just any floor. All right, we're gonna tour the highest penthouse within Burj Khalifa, located on the 108th floor. Let's go see it.
Enes, Carl.
Very excited to see it. It's not my first time on this building, but I haven't gone up all the way at the 108th floor, so yeah. Back when I first came to Dubai, even stepping into the Burj Khalifa penthouse felt impossible. And now here we are, getting a glimpse of Dubai's futuristic crown jewel at its foundation. And from what I can tell, that's the last floor.
Yep.
On the elevator.
Welcome to the highest residence. Turn right, please.
Highest residence in the country, yeah? What you're seeing now is a shell and core unit, left unfinished until the next owner brings their vision to life. It's a big, nice reveal. Very nice, very, very nice. I don't think I've ever seen Bulgaria Island like this so high up. With this unit, even in its raw form, you can feel the scale of what's coming and see the city growing beneath you, like watching the impossible take shape. It is higher than I anticipated, which is good. And these concrete columns are insane. I think these are the biggest columns I've ever seen in a building. The thing that I was so surprised with this penthouse is how quiet it is. Now, it's obvious. We're so high up, we don't have any air traffic, or you can't even hear the traffic of Dubai up here. But beyond that, how well insulated the building is, it's very grounding. I feel like I can sit on the floor across from one of these glass panels and just watch the view and let the time pass. Carl, obviously, I know a thing or two about Dubai, but my knowledge will not stand tall against yours.
So let's put it this way. I came about just under 20 years ago.
How was it watching and experiencing that 20 years of growth?
Makes you realize how much can be done. So most people are dreamers. People, countries, companies, it's what drives us. And I think Dubai does not dream or wish, it dreams and executes. So this is the half floor. And as you walk, if you don't move your eyes, it just gets bigger and bigger and expands.
It just reveals itself.
Yeah.
If you want a quick tour of Dubai, you might want to come up to Carl's penthouse and just walk around, give it a 360 tour, and then you'll get to see everything.
Like this is us with the kids at home.
Crazy.
You wake up above the clouds, you know, and it kind of looks like this, you know.
It's quite an experience to be up here. When you see it this far on all sides, it makes you appreciate the city a little bit more. Now we are heading to the 105th floor. Their finished unit gives us a glimpse of what this penthouse could look like once it finally takes shape. Very homey. And he has spent the money, I can tell immediately. Leather cladding, marble, reeded details, fabrication, Minotti. This one's nicely done. The cladding, the finishes, furnishings. I can tell they cared about every single corner. Oh my God. I saw a piece like this in Santa Monica. This is like exactly this lobster piece. I wonder if it's the same artist. These units feel very, very homey. And it's this trippy feeling of watching a dynamic city move, constantly take shape around you, and you're up here, so zen, so quiet. It's a very interesting way of living. Taking a shower like this, looking down on Dubai, man, what an experience. This will always be the heart of Dubai. It's gonna be very hard to challenge this one, personally. The way the city group developed, I feel like this place is always going to be the center.
Well said.
No matter how busy it gets.
Right?
That I can tell.
It's like your Manhattan in New York or...
Bingo. It's like the Central Park is always Central Park. Wall Street is always Wall Street. You can't take it away from them. So this unit is on the market for $50 million actually. Obviously, we've seen so many different residences, high-rises, and many different homes in Dubai. And this is another way of living here. I dig it. Burj Khalifa speaks for itself. But there are so many layers that put the city in the position and the mindset to build the tallest building in the entire world. There's an element of hospitality and innovation that is hard to understand without being here, connecting with the people, and starting to understand the environment.
And that's from my daughter's birthday party. So.
Carl, thank you for the hospitality.
Sahtin. Guys, I think we need to do this, right? Everyone in?
What do you think made Westerners and European people to consider Dubai? Because there has been a shift.
Yeah, I think the US will always be an important player, but I think the UAE and the region has come into its own.
Don't forget the underlying pillar of the UAE is logistics. Everyone thinks it's real estate. That's the loudest, that's the sexiest, you know? It's like the... But really it's logistics, shipping. They really understood things and they see things in a way we cannot. And they fully expulse its potential. So on every possible vertical of an economy, tourism, logistics, manufacturing, Jesus, they're building everything here. I can't imagine another place.
The people who live in Dubai are on the edge of progress, and they're proud and grateful of the opportunity. They're excited to share the growth they have experienced during the historic rise of their city. Whether it's real estate, logistics, infrastructure, finance, you can sense the momentum all around. I mean, it's undeniable. And looking out over the city from the highest residence in Burj Khalifa was pretty epic. This whole trip and the last 3 years have given me a new perspective. There are only so many moments in history when people have been able to recognize a shift in civilization in real time. I think what's happening in Dubai has the potential to be one of those moments. Of course, the world is too complex to make this prediction with absolute certainty. But if I had to bet on any place in the world to be the turning point of humanity in this age of technology and politics, in the world as it is right now, it would be Dubai. Their rate of development, alignment of leadership, geopolitical positioning, and focus on human-centric development has propelled them forward unlike any other government when it comes to tech and innovation. They're showing the world this new way of leading that resonates more with the new era.
Whatever is the new technology comes here, it first comes to Dubai. In every aspect, we are updating ourselves. And we will keep push the limits.
Everyone is so passionate about Dubai, Dubai's growth. They like it and they said, where else can better than here? Safety, easy, luxury, everything, you know, opportunities for business. It's a good place to live. And this is what I experienced with my own eyes.
I think Dubai has been a savior for a lot of people who came with nothing in their hands.
A place where you can grow as an individual as well.
There's a lot of opportunities, there's a lot of nationalities.
It sets an example for the statement, nothing is impossible.
Well, I don't think any country has done it better than Dubai.
And it is a city that really encourages you to dream, that the way they're driving the growth and the vision of the future, it's truly remarkable.
I don't think we'll be building cities anymore in this nouveau, oh look, sand speck in the middle of nowhere, let's build something.
Yeah.
This is the last of them. And this is what I call the Constantinople effect, whereby a city can actually change the course of history.
There's so many religions, there's so many different cultures, there's so many different languages, but it's all under one roof, happily living. Every person has to come and visit and experience this.
Everybody's welcome.
100%.
I love that. I've learned so much from everyone I talked to, and it's hard to believe all of this happened in just 11 days. Think about it. Patreon event, dinners with the Alpago and Omniyat teams, construction site visits, touring Villa 19, the Opus, then the Burj Khalifa penthouse. But beyond all that, I had a chance to connect. I just received this gift.
Can I tell you something? You guys are like some Hollywood Oscar level stuff, the way you make videos.
Thank you. We had an amazing night. Thank you very much. I really appreciate it. Thank you.
Thank you. And after all those conversations, those moments, I began to see how this city gave people a place to bring their visions to life. All right, let's wrap up this entire trip. As someone who lives in the United States, I really believe in the country that I live in, but I also have to be open when it comes to understanding how things can be done in other ways. And I think Dubai at the moment, comparing to any other city in the world, is proving a different way, a direction that I think the world has never seen. And not only they're pulling it off, they're thriving with it. So I really enjoyed my time. I've enjoyed spending more time with the people of Dubai, and that seems to be the ongoing occurring case every time I come here. I always say it, and I'll say it now, we'll be coming here more often, and we'll see what future brings to us. It'll be interesting, it'll be cool. And thank you for watching. Okay. How many levels we got? Oh no.
There we go. That's the stage.
I just got nervous. We're here to speak on the stage to 450 people for the launch of Omniyat's newest commercial project, Lumena. This is where it's all gonna happen. I'll show you why I think Dubai is the future and how we're gonna be part of it. All right, let's go, let's go.